So last week, Garmin just introduced the Fenix 5. We've been all waiting for this one for a long time. The Fenix 3 has been out for a couple years now. Last year they announced the Fenix 3 HR in the beginning of the year, and realistically I think this was really the next iteration from the regular Fenix 3. Just because the heart rate sensor, that was definitely pretty revolutionary in terms of what they added to the original Fenix 3. So they announced the Chronos in August, and realistically I think that everybody was expecting the Fenix 4 at that point, but that was just really fucking expensive Fenix 3 HR. So that's for basically somebody that thought a $600 watch was already too cheap, so they needed something more expensive. Everybody kind of asked, well, where's the Fenix 4? Well, apparently in Chinese language, the phonetic pronunciation of 4 roughly translates into fast rise to a quick death. Well, I don't think anybody wants that. So unlike the Chronos, there really are some big differences between the 3HR and the 5. First of all, they're going to be coming in 3 different versions. It's going to be the 5S, the 5, and the 5X. The 5S is going to be a smaller version. It's only going to be 42 millimeters wide. That's going to come in a regular glass and sapphire glass version. Then there's going to be the regular 5 variant at 47 millimeters wide. Again, it's going to be available in the regular and sapphire glass versions. And then there's going to be the 5X, and that's going to be at a whopping 51 millimeters wide. So it's going to be kind of like a satellite dish on your wrist. I'm really excited for the 5S because honestly, the 3, it's a big watch. For somebody as dainty as me, I'm only about 150 pounds, and on my wrist, this thing it's big. It's it's not exactly small. So I think the 5S version is going to be great for those with smaller wrists, or for ladies as well. So the big differences between the 3HR and the 5 are as follows. First of all, the display went from a 218 by 218 pixel display to a 240 by 240, so that's going to be really nice. The 5S only is going to be the 218 by 218 just because of the smaller form factor, however. Also, you're going to be going from 16 colors to a 64 color display, which is going to be really nice. The display is now going to support emojis instead of the weird little question marks in the black squares. Another nice upgrade is that the battery life is going to be up to 24 hours in GPS mode for the standard one. The 5S, the smaller version, is going to be 14 hours in GPS mode, and then the 5X is going to be 20 hours in GPS mode. One awesome addition to the watch, which I didn't really expect, and I didn't necessarily think that Garmin would integrate that well with this, but they're going to support Strava live segments, so I'm extremely excited to see how they're going to actually integrate that into the watch, because that's definitely something that, for me, being a Fenix 3 owner, I don't, start the Strava app on my iPhone, so I can't really necessarily see how I'm doing. So I'm really excited to see the Strava live segment integration and how that exactly pans out with the 5. Another interesting little feature is they're going to actually have Shimano Di2, SRAM ETAP, and Campy shifting available from your Fenix 5. I'm curious how exactly that's going to work, and really the usage behind that. I think it's a neat feature, but will you be shifting your bike from your watch? I can't necessarily see that happening. One of the biggest features to hit on the Fenix 5 though is that they're going to have integration with Bluetooth smart sensors. I think it's going to open up a world for a lot of different other sensors to be able to integrate with your Garmin device. Right now they're just going to be doing heart rate sensors. The fact that you could possibly integrate this with speed and cadence sensors on your bike, I think it's going to be really huge. You can also probably use these with third-party foot pods. So the last big feature is going to be on the 5X, where that's actually going to have all the mapping capabilities. I'm not a huge fan of mapping necessarily. I would like to have something for cycling though, and they're actually going to have the topographical maps and the cycling maps already kind of preloaded on there. I think that's going to be fantastic. It's definitely something that it should have been a feature, I think, that should have already been in some of these devices. I think it's going to be great to finally get those into the device. The price for the 5 is going to be about $50 to $100 higher depending on the model that you're going to be choosing. The base price of the Fenix 5S and the 5, I think it's going to be around $599. That's probably not going to have the sapphire glass version. And then it goes all the way up to $849 for the 5X with sapphire glass. Bumping up in price a little bit, not necessarily a huge jump, but enough to probably make you consider whether to keep your 3 HR or your 3 or to upgrade. So will I be getting one? Yeah, of course I will. I've loved my 3 HR. It's probably been one of the best purchases I've ever made. I am really excited to get one when it comes out in March of 2017, so in about 2 months, and I will definitely have a review for you when it's released.